What's up, guys? Welcome back to Simply FPL. It's time for the Game Week 15 team reveal. I feel like I'm doing these videos every other day at this point, but that's just the nature of December. So this will be my last video before Christmas, and then we'll probably do a live deadline stream on Boxing Day before the deadline at 11 o'clock. So before we jump into that, just another reminder that I've started a Discord channel there last week, completely free to join. The link's in the description. I think it's a lot better having the chat in the Discord rather than the YouTube comments. And since we started last week, there's already been some great conversation in there. So click the link below, join, completely free. So on to the team reveal. The defense then. So before we actually get started in this, I said in my last video I was going to make a real early transfer because the chances are there's no way I'm going to get 2 injuries in the space of a day. And then within 2 days, Reece James and Ben Chilwell are now out injured. So I've actually had to take a 4-point hit. Now, look, you can argue that you shouldn't make early transfers, but I was trying to dodge 2 price changes, so it was worth 0.2 million to me. And the likelihood of having 2 injuries from the same team in the space of 24 hours is just so low. So I just got incredibly unlucky there. So it's the way it is. I'm still happy with the transfer I made, which we'll discuss in a moment. But it's not been a very good last 3 game weeks for me. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. It's a miracle we're still 700,000th, so we're still in the top 10%. But that's just another kick in the teeth. So roll on January, and hopefully the luck will turn a bit. So we're playing 3 at the back again. So Martinez in goal. 3 clean sheets in a row. Super keeper at the moment. Playing Crystal Palace at home. So Palace fresh off a 7-0 thrashing at Liverpool. There's no better time to play them, really. So can we get a 4th clean sheet in a row? I mean, he's due to letting a goal, but we're not. Again, we're just so happy we've got Martinez in nets. He's going to stick with us until at least the next wildcard. Doubling up on City defence. So we've gone from having 2 Chelsea defenders to 2 City defenders. So the sub this week, we are going to get rid of Chilwell to Diaz. Spoiler, I've not locked it in just yet. Diaz already had his price rise yesterday, so there's no benefit to me making the sub right now. So I'll wait till the last minute to make the sub, but I'm pretty much locked in on this. It was a sub I was going to make anyway because of the game week 18 blanks. So I've just had to pull it forward early. So I'm 99% sure I'm locking that sub in, and we'll confirm that on Saturday. So the 2 City lads are playing Newcastle at home. Newcastle, one of the worst teams this season. The penalty they got in the last game week, an absolute dive outside the box as well. The contact happened for Wilson. So absolute miracle that Newcastle got that goal. They've not looked great. I was considering getting Wilson in since about game week 4, but I'm really thinking that I might not, because similar to Bamford in that their chances are kind of drying up. The difference is Leeds are still just all out going for goals, whereas Newcastle have kind of retreated a bit. So I think Wilson's chances might be a lot less. So that's why I'm going to probably give Wilson a miss. But that's why I also want to get 2 City lads. So Man City are not necessarily playing amazing at the moment, but they are keeping a lot of clean sheets. 3 clean sheets in the last 4. They're looking quite good defensively. The problems really lie in scoring goals. So we're happy to have 2 City defenders for the next 6, 7, 8 weeks. And Diaz and Cancelo are as nailed on as it gets. Diaz has yet to be dropped since he started, and Cancelo's only been dropped once. 2 lads that are just about avoiding Pep's roulette. In between them then, so Soufal, Brighton and Hove Albion at home. West Ham, apart from last night against Chelsea, they've looked okay defensively. Soufal is so attacking. He's basically playing a winger position most of the time. So again, very happy to have him. He's probably going to stick with me till at least the next wildcard. And those are the back 3. So of those 4 lads at the back, I jinxed it last time we had a load of home fixtures, but I'm really hopeful we'll get a few clean sheets there. So a really solid back 4. Midfield then. So there's the other sub. So the early sub I made was taking Kevin De Bruyne out for Salah. Now look, we've spoke at length in previous videos why that's potentially a good idea. Although it's risky taking out Kevin De Bruyne at home to Newcastle, I just think he looked so tired in the last game. He's really feeling the amount of pressure that's on him in terms of having to carry the team. He's doing more running than anyone else. He's creating all the chances. And I think there's a small chance he might get rested against Newcastle. And also, I had to add that to the fact I had to get Mo Salah in. At home to West Brom, it's just going to be a huge mistake not having him. So I bit the bullet, and I'm sure it's going to bite me in the backside. But sure, that's just the way fantasy football is sometimes. Mo Salah's getting the captaincy armband, and that was my other transfer. Grealish at home to Palace. Again, delighted with this at the moment because Grealish just got himself 2 assists, the bonus point. He's now going to play a really bad Crystal Palace side. He's going to be full of confidence. Barkley might be back. Everything's looking good for Jack Grealish at the moment. Son, Wolves away. Again, like this on paper this week looks like it's going to be a cracking week, but just the last few weeks are stopping me from really believing it's going to happen because I've just got so unlucky. But Wolves, they don't look very good. It's as simple as that. Like I think they're struggling this season. It's a miracle that they are where they are in the league. They should be lower. And I think Tottenham are going to come back from their poor performance against Leicester and really hopefully get a couple of goals. I've obviously got the 2 Spurs assets up top. So, I'm hopeful for him as well. Bruno Fernandes, Leicester away. Leicester coming off the back of that 2-0 win against Spurs are probably going to be full of confidence. But United away, specifically Bruno Fernandes away, he's just banging in the points. So, yeah, anything can happen. Definitely not someone I'm considering captaining him. But again, very happy that with him in the team. Medium to long-term hold for me. And I'll be hopefully he's going to get a few points. Souček, Brighton Hove Albion at home. So, look, I brought Souček in. He's supposed to be bench fodder, only playing when desperate. Unfortunately, he's had to play every week since I got him. Like, it's just the way my team's turned out. So, I'm not expecting much from him. £5 million midfielder. He's going to get in the box. He's so tall. When the ball goes in, like he almost got a goal against Chelsea off a Soufal cross as well. So, if we could repeat that, that would be a pretty good return. But yeah, that's the midfield. Then finally looking at the attack, the man, Calvert, that's his new nickname, Calvert-Lewin, or Dominic. What is going on today? There's been so many videos, so much fantasy football, my head's fried. So it's probably a good thing that this video is going to be the last one for Christmas. And what you're going to see right now is this is proof I don't do any editing because that is all going to make the cut. That's the professional job we do here at Simply FPL. So Dominic Calvert-Lewandowski, right? I pronounced it right eventually. Sheffield United away, 3 assists in the last 3 games. Still very, very attacking. Very happy to have him. Players are starting to come back for Everton, and off the back of 3 incredible wins, I can't think of a better place to go for him right now. So Sheffield United away. Would be hopeful to get a return. If I didn't have such good players in midfield, I'd consider captaining him, but there's just no need. And then finally, Harry Kane up top let me down last week. And and there's another error for me. I've got him playing Wolves at home. He's actually playing Wolves away. It's still Harry Kane. I'm still backing him over the next 5 or 6 weeks to get me a good return. And again, we kind of got him forward planning for the Gameweek 18 blank, which is what we're going to talk about in a second. But yeah, I reckon like on paper, that team, like surely there's a green arrow here. Like I just don't see how we don't get good returns. Like if I have a bad week, most people are going to have a bad week because that's 11 players who can all get returns this week, which is quite rare. Now, I don't have a bench. That's one thing worth mentioning, actually, that Reece James, he's probably not going to play. But if he does play, I've got a decision to make because he's playing Arsenal. Like, that's a relatively comfortable fixture these days. So I might put him in instead of Souček. But we're going to wait till the last minute to decide that. Team value, 104 million with the money in the bank, which is quite good considering we would have taken Chilwell out for a 0.3 million loss. Again, we're really sticking at that £104 million mark, which is hard to do when you start substituting and transferring out the players who have got all the gains so far. So, here we are, the Game Week 18 template at the moment. This is what I'm looking at. Now, people are going to think that I'm crazy for not attempting to get 11 players. Now, this only requires 1 more sub, so I've got our transfer. So we've got 3 more game weeks, 3 more transfers before we get to the blank. and I'm only considering making one. Now, the reason for that is, first of all, the fixtures. Like, there's so many tough fixtures in that. The 5 fixtures in game week 18, they're tough fixtures. It's going to be hard to really predict points there. And the one thing you need to remember is the subs you make, like, you're going to have to keep them after game week 20. So I'm going to use my free hit in game week 19, as we've discussed multiple times. But if I bring in, like, I'm considering bringing in Pedence, let's say, in midfield. Like, let's say he blanks in the game against Everton, which is very possible. I've then got to carry Pedence through like 3 red fixtures out of 4. My team value is completely off. I'm not able to make the subs I want to make. Now, one option for me is that I might get rid of Delap for Brewster. But even, like, in fact, I probably will do that because I wanted to get rid of Delap for a while. And even if Brewster only gets 1 point, it's a free transfer. So it's 1 more point than if I didn't do it. So there's a chance I'll play a 3-2-3 formation and have 9 players. But other than that, I'm not seeing where I should bring in other players. Defensively, I don't see any other defenders I want to bring in that could get points that I don't mind keeping. Swapping Mitchell out for Lewis is okay because Mitchell's not playing anyway. So even if I don't play Lewis from game week 20 onwards, which is very possible, Newcastle are not that great defensively this season, it's worth bringing him in for Sheffield United and then having him sit on my bench till I think of a way to get rid of him. But the midfield's the issue. Like, I'm not going to get rid of Salah and Fernandes because I'm going to want them back in game week 20 and I can't make a sub. If I get rid of one, if I get rid of 2 to bring in 2 midfielders, I'll have to take a -4 hit to bring them both back. So it's just not worth it. I'll lose money on the value. I think short term, I'm going to lose rank playing only 8 players. But I think like slightly less short term to medium term, that'll all be gained back in game week 20 when you start noticing everyone who's messed up their teams in game week 18. So that's my thought process right now. We're going to continue talking about game week 18. But yeah, I don't see how that changes. So again, leave the comments down below. Drop them in the Discord. It's all we've been talking about this last week. But that's kind of where we are at the moment. So that's where we are. This video has, to be honest, most videos I waffle a lot. This video has been utter waffle. I should get a sponsor for the amount of waffle I've done here. So if you have still stuck with me for the last 12.5 minutes, fair play to you. That's dedication. Hit that subscribe button, join the Discord with the link below, and we'll have a live stream on Boxing Day. We'll probably aim for around 10 o'clock. So best of luck for the game week. That's the last video from me, and we will speak soon.